So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I get cinema-like high-quality recordings right to my computer and then turn them into social-ready clips without spending a week editing. I'm going to show the exact OBS settings I use, the hardware that actually matters, and then how I dump those huge master files into Vizard so I can automatically make viral short clips, schedule them, and manage everything from one place. If you've been recording to SD cards, uploading, waiting, and then spending hours cutting clips, trust me, there's a way faster workflow. First things first, why record to your computer at all? Yeah, you can record to your camera's SD card and that works, but it adds steps. You grab the card, import, sometimes the files are huge and your editor freaks out. You need backups, and if you're a one-person team, it's just a headache. Recording straight to your hard drive means you get a clean master file, easy transfer to editors or AI tools, and less waiting. The only catch is you need the right setup so Windows or Mac doesn't choke on the data. So step 1, download OBS Studio. Totally free, open source, and it's how I record everything. It runs on Mac, Windows, Linux. Grab the version for your OS. Next, hardware. The one piece you don't cheap out on is the capture device. I use the Elgato Camlink 4K. I've tried cheap knockoffs and they introduce lag, color issues, or random disconnects. Just buy the Camlink. It's reliable and supported everywhere. You'll also need a decent camera. I'm on a Sony a7 III, but honestly most modern DSLRs or mirrorless cameras do a beautiful job. What really separates good from great is your audio, so don't ignore the mic. People love the Shure SM7B. It's overkill for many, but killer if you want broadcast level sound. Paired with a Focusrite Scarlett interface, it's rock solid. That said, if you want simplicity, a USB condenser mic will get you 90% of the way there and is way easier to set up. And if you like button press convenience, a Stream Deck is a small luxury. I can switch scenes, start, stop recording, and change cameras with one tap. Nice to have, not required. Okay, hardware done. Now the software settings that actually make a difference. Open OBS, go to Settings, and under Output, choose Advanced Mode. Switch to the Recording tab. This is where you configure files going to your disk, not the streaming settings. Recording path, point this to a fast SSD. I record directly to an external NVMe SSD, because these files are huge and I don't want dropped frames. Make a folder called OBS or Masters so you can find the files later. Recording format. MP4 is convenient and editable in most programs. Downside. If your computer crashes mid-record, the file might not finalize. If that scares you, choose Move. Both are fine, but MP4 is just easier for most workflows. Encoder. Use your GPU hardware encoder if you can. On NVIDIA PCs, choose NVEnc. On Apple Silicon, choose the VTH264 hardware encoder. This is a lifesaver on M1, M2 Max. If you don't have a hardware encoder, X264 is the fallback, but it's CPU heavy. Rate control, bitrate. This is the big one. For 4K, I push my bitrate up to 60,000 kbps. That's 60 Mbps. You can go 50-70K depending on your content. For 1080p, 25K, 35K is usually perfect. Higher bitrate equals less compression artifacting and more flexibility in color grading and zoom-ins during editing. Remember, higher bitrates eat storage fast, so plan your drives accordingly. Keyframe interval, set to 1 for best compatibility with many editors and platforms. Rate control type. Constant bitrate, CBR, is usually safer for recording so the files behave predictably. Under audio, pick track 1 for your main microphone and set the audio bitrate to 160 kbps at 48 kHz. 128 kbps is usable, but 160 gives a bit more headroom and clarity. Apply those settings. Now video settings. Set your base canvas to your camera's resolution. If you're shooting 4K, set 3840x2160 as both the base canvas and output scaled resolution, unless you want to downscale to 1440 or 1080 for smaller file sizes. For the downscale filter, Lanczos sharpened scaling 36 samples is the best balance for detail. Set FPS to 30 or 60 depending on your look. I usually record at 30 for talking head content to save space, 60 if there's a lot of movement. After you apply everything, set up a scene in OBS. Add a video capture device, select Camlink 4K as the source and pick the resolution, 384x160. Position and crop the feed however you like. Full screen, picture-in-picture, whatever. Add your audio source, the Shure via the Focusrite or your USB mic, and test levels. Do a short test recording and check the waveform and the video for dropped frames. Alright, you're recording gorgeous masters now. But here's the thing. Those files are massive and editing them manually to push out daily or weekly clips is what kills creators. This is where Vizard becomes a game changer. Instead of exporting, scrubbing, chopping, captioning, sizing for different platforms, and scheduling posts, Vizard automates the heavy lifting while still letting you keep creative control. Here's how I use Vizard after recording in OBS. 1. Upload the master file or just point Vizard to a folder or cloud drive. It ingests fast and transcodes if needed. 2. Auto-editing viral clips. Vizard scans the whole video, finds high energy moments, emotional beats, audience hooks, and picks viral-ready snippets. It doesn't just random cut. It looks for jump cuts, reaction spikes, and those oh wow moments that perform well on TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. It returns candidate clips formatted for each platform. 3. Templates and quick edits. You can apply templates for captions, hooks, and stickers so every clip looks on brand without manually typing captions. Vizard can auto-generate captions too, so you get accessibility and better engagement instantly. 4. Auto-schedule. Tell Vizard how often you want to post, and it will auto-schedule those clips across your socials. Choose posting frequency, time windows, and it'll queue and publish them for you. 5. Content calendar. This is where it gets neat. You can see the whole month at a glance, rearrange clips, swap captions, and approve posts. It handles multiple platforms and aspect ratios, and you can export the files or let Vizard publish directly. Now, quick comparison so you get the picture. Yeah, you could edit everything in Premiere Pro and manual cut 100 clips, but Premiere is expensive, has a steep learning curve, and is not built for bulk clip creation. CapCut is great for single edits, but still requires hands-on adjustments and a ton of repetitive work. There are simpler schedulers out there, but they won't find the viral snippets for you. Vizard combines all those missing bits. Automated highlight detection, batch clip creation, cross-platform sizing, captions, and scheduling. So you stop admin and start creating. And don't worry, Vizard isn't some set it and forget it black box. You can review every suggested clip, tweak the hook, change the trim, or replace thumbnails. The AI gives you options, but you're still in the driver's seat. For teams and agencies, bulk processing and shared calendars are a lifesaver. Hand the master to an editor or let Vizard run in the background and have a week's worth of clips ready. Some workflow tips based on what I've learned. Record a couple extra seconds before and after your main points. AI clipping tools like a little buffer to pick a smoother start, splash, end. Mark timestamps during recording or drop a marker in your notes so you can quickly find important segments in Vizard if you want to manual curate some clips. Export a 4K master if you have the storage. Vizard will downscale as needed, and you'll preserve quality for recrops and zoom-ins. Set up a template for captions and hooks so your brand voice is consistent across clips. Little things like consistent fonts and first frame hooks boost performance. In short, use OBS plus a solid capture chain, Cam Link 4K, decent camera, good mic to make clean masters. Then hand off to Vizard to turn that master into dozens of social clips, scheduled and managed automatically. This combo shrinks days of editing into minutes, and that time is what you can spend on making more content or actually living life. If you want, I'll drop my exact OBS settings in the description so you can copy-paste them, and I'll show a short demo of uploading a file to Vizard and letting it auto-generate clips. Honestly, once you try this workflow, you'll wonder why you spent so long doing everything manually. Thanks for watching. If you liked this breakdown, subscribe for more practical creator workflows. I'll see you in the next one where I'll walk through customizing Vizard templates and doing A/B tests on hooks that actually move the needle. Peace.